Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Mike Gutierrez, the regional manager of Sunrun, and Sunrun. You know, did I say that right? I didn't butcher that.
No, you got it.
I got that correct. And so, give me a little Reader's Digest of what Sunrun is. And first of all, before you start, I just want to thank you as being a partner with Proview Networks.
Hey, thanks for having us.
And the other part is, people, this is Steve Davis. You think it's about sport, but you see the vision of what we represent, and it's about sports. And I just want to thank you for, you know, most people come in and they want, you know, they don't want to get involved with this. And I think that's one of my big speeches is like, if you're just to get involved with this, it's going to open doors for you. Yeah. I don't know how many solar systems we're going to sell or anything like that, but I thought that. And the deal, I want to thank Bruce Carver and also Wilson Holland at Los Lunas and Rio Rancho deals to, you know, to give you a little booth at the thing. And,
it's been good.
And before we get into that, I'm throwing you off the deal a little bit on the. How was your experience with that? Was that? It's kind of neat to see the intensity of
yeah, it was great. You know, being a basketball player myself and played a little bit, you know, it was good to get out there and see those high schoolers really give it their all. I was
you're
surprised.
New Mexico bred, right?
Yeah, yeah, born and raised New Mexican. Graduated from Del Norte, went to West Mesa. You know,
You got Josh over there. Got one fan over there. Got
So I was pleasantly surprised at the size of Albuquerque High. I mean, those kids are big. You know, Valley gave it their all, though. That was a great game.
And what I was impressed with you is because you went over. You was in Rio Rancho and set up.
Yeah.
And got your booth and had pictures of it. It was neat. But then you also took the time to drive all the way to Albuquerque High and get to be on the Meet TV. The high time at the Meet TV. Yeah. That's I just want to throw one thing at Meet TV this week, guys. Is going to be. It's going to be Rio Rancho and Cleveland. It's going to be, and get there early because it's going to be sold out. It's going to be one of those.
That game was crazy too. I mean, we set up during the JV game, and there was people all over the place. You know, there's a lot of kids coming in. People were excited. That's a real rivalry. They were going at it in the JV game. There was a lot of good action. My employees reported back to me that the game was fantastic. They had some really good conversations around solar. It's just exciting to get back and to give the community. Just to kind of answer the original question about Sunrun, that's a big part of what Sunrun is. We're all about community. That's what really made this job enticing to me, was not only working for a really great company that takes care of their employees and really gives back to their customer, but their community. They want us to be involved with the community, working with people like Proview and a company that has a really tight grasp on the community. That's really what we want to do.
Sunrun, help me out. It's new to New Mexico, correct?
Yeah, actually, we've only been around since June in New Mexico, but we're definitely not new to solar. We've been installing solar now for 20 years.
So where did it originate? Where was
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, it originated in San Francisco. We've actually been doing solar at Sunrun for just over 10 years now. The owner, Lynn, she started it in her dorm room with a fellow student of her, classmate of hers. They came up with the concept, they came up with the idea, and they actually would sell solar at farmers markets. So they would go out and they'd set up a little booth and they would just talk to people about sun. She wanted to create literally a planet run by the sun. That's our motto.
And help me out, and you can coach me through this.
Yeah.
So in California and San Francisco, at the timing's everything, and
absolutely.
The electrical rates were going sky high. Somebody was telling me. I mean, and this is when really solar got to be, when she started this, it was just kind of a new frontier, but also timing of the regulations of San Francisco and LA changed.
Yeah.
Am I correct on that?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And you know what, a lot of people, I
do read a little bit. It's funny, I read an article and saw this, and this was, 10, 15 years ago, and this is when I started kind of watching solar and it went really good because there was solar breaks, and then all of a sudden those died out. Now it's coming. We'll get more into detail with those.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. You know, it's interesting you bring that up because that was a big part of it, but solar was expensive too. I was just having a conversation with my boss last night. He was talking about selling solar. When he started selling solar, it was actually more expensive to go solar than it was to have electricity.
Technology changed.
Yeah, because things were changing, you know. So the nice thing is that we have a partnership now with Costco. We actually offer Costco members exclusive Costco membership.
I picked up that little
brochure.
Yeah, I did.
Good. Yeah, we actually offer some really good incentives to Costco members. If you're not a Costco member, our deal is still outstanding outside of Costco. We offer just a bunch of different ways to go solar. That's another thing that I love about Sunrun is that we don't stick to just one plan and say this is how you should go solar. We actually have 5 different ways you can go solar. And the dream of Lynn, our founder, was to put solar affordable and available for everybody. She doesn't want to create roadblocks. She doesn't want to create bad blood. She wants to create partnerships with the homeowner and Sunrun to make it a simple process. We really do tell the customer the only decision you really have to make is yes or no. We'll take care of everything else. We take care of all the paperwork with P&M. We take care of all the back end stuff. It is a really good process.
Well, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That process takes some time. I've done some research on it. I've actually been saving this my debut with you to kind of really get to, because my mom lives in an all-electric home. And
it was really nice meeting your mom that night, by the way. She's a great lady.
Yeah, you'll see her around. She goes to all the games. She's like my #1 fan, or actually she's Proview Network's #1 fan, I guess you would do. She keeps up with everybody that works, the camera guys, they're all
awesome. She's an awesome lady.
And she just comes in, but plus she loves sports. I mean, she knows basketball. She knows football. She knows it. She can actually carry a conversation on with it. But it's also great that she enjoys coming to the games. I mean, most people say, "Oh, you bring your mom." No, my mom wanted to come.
I'm not bringing her.
No,
she's just going to be there.
And she gets to know the coaches, and she gets to know the deals.
Yeah.
So she gets favorites, and
That's awesome.
and she actually she'll watch this show, and then you'll be surprised. You'll see her again, and she'll say, she'll talk about she'll critique your show.
Yeah. I'm looking for all the critique. This is my first time on TV, so I'm looking forward to meeting her again.
So we're going to go to the Dream Style Remodeling Top 10 Plays of the Week, and then we're going to come back and pick up with Sunrun.
All right, I'm excited to see him.
Chavez has the ball. She's trying to throw it. Picked off by Martinez. Can she go all the way? Chavez. And Martinez puts it down.
Here's Mitchell. One-on-one here against Roy Ball. Gotta go with a reverse.
Hey, this is now you've seen Glenn Ronald have some energy since that timeout, but they're gonna count that.
It's a 2-on-1. Kalis fakes the pass. Yes! Miles steps around and count.
Cole and Behill and Scipio sprint cycle to Bolden. Oh, what a look inside! Behill 7 to play. He's going all the way to the paint. It's blocked! It's blocked! Oh, couldn't finish it. Point blank range on the miss there. Oh, strong take! Rogers! Throw it down one time, big fella! Transition to Razas. Oh, JDL gets up in a block of his own. The little fella gets a block just like Rogers. Oh, he hammers another one home.
Once you're 3-0 in district, you improved to 12-5, but this is huge. You celebrated with your dad, you give him a hug. 700 wins for Frank Castillo.
Thank you.
And that's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it does. It does mean a lot. You know, it's longevity. It's, you know, having good players, good coaches, good support from families, and good support from my family. So it does. It means an awful lot. I'm really happy.
You got the 16-point lead at halftime, and then it kind of slipped away. Sandia had a couple of runs where they made it 3 points. You were able to answer, though.
Yeah, you know, we were able to answer them. We hit some big free throws down the stretch right there that really helped us. And then I thought the other thing, too, we came out kind of complacent. We weren't hitting shots. But, you know, you got to give credit to Sandia. They didn't give up, and they gave these kids a good fight. So we're happy to be 3-0, and I'm going to really be happy that this whole thing is behind me.
You've got a big crowd in front of you. Everybody appreciates it. What do you have to say about that? It's got to mean a lot to you.
Oh, it does. You know, my parents are here, my dad, my family's up over there, and my friends, and of course all these people right here. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We've got Maggot Tears, Regional Manager of Sunrun and Solar System. And,
Yep.
you know, my biggest question is, why New Mexico?
Why not New Mexico?
Well,
our state,
there's a lot of sun.
our state flag is the sun.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense there. But
300 plus
or
days
why
of sun.
why waiting so long? Because there's been a lot
Yeah.
of other solar companies. I guess that'd be the question. So
Yeah, well, you mentioned earlier about San Francisco in the boom that happened 10 years ago. So that's kind of what's happening now in New Mexico. Solar has been such a foreign idea for a long time to a lot of people in New Mexico, and partly because, you know, there hasn't been a lot of that information available to us. The type of homes that we have out here, there really wasn't that building technology yet to put it up there and really make it safe and make an impact to the home and make it actually energy efficient. So there's a lot of programs and incentives that make it almost a no-brainer for most of the New Mexicans to go solar. So the company just took a look at New Mexico and said, hey, why aren't we there? Took a look at PNM's rates, saw the constant increase that has been happening to New Mexicans.
It's been increasing a lot over the last 5 years, right?
It has, yes. There's been a pretty
ballpark, or am I putting you on the spot?
Yeah, we keep it very conservative with Sunrun, so we don't like to. I've heard some numbers out there up to 30%, and that's really not. That's not the case. It's going up steadily over the last 10 years, right around 6%. So it's been on a steady increase of about 6% if you average it out over the last 10 years. Now the little fees and stuff like that have been a little higher.
Over the last, if you really break it.
If you really break it down, yeah. And they just, I don't know, it was in the news that they're going over a 9% increase this past year into 2018. That got approved, but it's getting kicked around now. It might actually end up being only 3%. We'll see what it ends up being. They've already submitted that in 2018 they want to go up another, I think it was like 9 or 10%. So regardless, we'll continue to see those raised rates.
Well, my question, you said basically you have two programs. You have leasing and purchasing. So give me a little bit of, give me your sales pitch. Just do that. Give me a sales pitch. You know, or what would entice me. And let me just give you the parameters, okay? Since we're going to do this anyway, so I just might as well get, it's about an 800 square foot home, 2-bedroom. You know, it's a Coda Robinson, and I don't know if you know the history of Coda Robinson. They're all electrical on the west side. Yeah. So, like I said, it's all electric, and I'm going to say year round, it's probably the average bill is between $100 and $150 a month. Okay. First question is that worth your time?
Anything is worth my time. I will sit and talk solar with anybody who's willing to talk to me. But to get to your point, kind of the scenario you built up is it's interesting because solar isn't really based on the information you gave. That's like going to a grocery store and saying, hey, I'd like to buy a bag of groceries. How much? Right. You know, it's very detailed and it's very specific to the person. So,
so each thing is a little bit different.
Each scenario.
Consumers' rates is going on.
Yep.
I got you.
Yeah, so really what it comes down to is the amount of energy consumed in the home. So I'll give you a for instance. My house, 2,300 square feet. I put 4.7 kilowatts of solar on my house, 2,300 square feet. We sold another job that was 2,400 square feet, and we put 10.7 kilowatts of solar on that house. Similar square footage, similar family. They had one more kid than I do, but their power consumption was a lot higher than ours. So it is really independent on the homeowner. And that's why we have specific programs available. Like I said earlier, we have 5 different programs available, but what it breaks down to is whether you want to lease the system or whether you want to own the system. And that's kind of where we start our basis.
So leasing, so if I wanted to lease someone, what would I have to do? Or what would you expect of me, or what?
So leasing is a great option for a homeowner. It puts your payment roughly what you're paying for P&M right now. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it could even be a little more. But what happens is that payment is your payment for the next 20 years. Every month, let's say we write up a lease and it's $60. You'll pay $60 a month for the next 20 years. People love having that peace of mind, knowing that their rates will not go up.
And I just did the math. If you had a $10 bill 10 years ago in the 60s, so you're basically now your bill's going to be $60 versus it was $10 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Is that pretty good?
With P&M, yeah. So on the increase, exactly. So for instance, a lot of people choose to go lease.
So basically, if you're a $100 bill, you're probably it could be a $600 bill in 10 years.
It's crazy to think about it, right? Yeah,
that's been an increase.
Phoenix prices.
And but I heard that there's always the because I've heard salespeople. But there's no guarantee that it could jump like 30% in 1 year.
Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, anything can happen, right? The price of coal can just shoot up, and that's really what affects some of the pricing of our electricity. But yeah, the leasing's a great option. A lot of people, so I've talked solar to all my family, right? My parents chose the lease option because of a simple phrase that I used, and it's set it and forget it. We put the solar on your house. We occupy that space. You have no responsibility to that area because it is leased equipment. So anything that happens to that area that the solar array is sitting on, anything that happens to the equipment, that's Sunrun's issue.
How about the roof?
The roof we take care of during that time as well. We have a penetration warranty. We back everything we do. It's all taken care of. But if you go lease, there's less worry for the homeowner as far as maintenance of the solar. So a lot of people see that as a little better option for them. That's why we sell, a majority of what we sell is a lease product. Sunrun actually created the lease product in San Francisco 10 years ago.
Well, Mike, we're going to come back. We're going to finish up a little bit with leasing, and then also talk a little bit about buying, and then also what the process incurs after you decide yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales. The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game. Hey, New Mexico, come check out the newly remodeled guest rooms at the new Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center, featuring 309 rooms, 30,000 square feet of meeting space. New Mexico's only indoor water park featuring the Wave Runner. 2,200 square foot fitness center with hydro massage chairs. Also enjoy breakfast at our new Manzanita Grill and watch your favorite team play at Altitude Sports Bar and Grill. It's all at Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center.
When I train for American Ninja Warrior, I schedule regular workouts to stay in shape. To keep my car in Ninja Tough shape, I head to a Napa Auto Care Center for regular maintenance and genuine Napa Auto parts. Like brakes and batteries. I trust my Napa Auto Care Center for quality parts and quality service. And with the 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty, I drive away with peace of mind every time. Visit AutoCareNM.com to find a location near you.
I want to congratulate our first customers at our brand new facility right here at Gala Chevrolet, the Jose's. And how was your experience?
It was awesome and great.
What'd you end up buying?
We bought a 2018 Chevy Silverado.
And how would you say the experience was overall?
I bought all my cars here at Gala Chevrolet, and we couldn't wait for the new facility open, and all the people really treated us well.
Well, on behalf of Gala Chevrolet, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon right here at Gala Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. Got Mike Gutierrez, Regional Director of Sunrun, and now we talked about leasing a little bit. No money involved. I mean, is it basically the deal?
Yeah, no money down.
No money down, and so they take care of that, and you have your guarantee. So that'd be for 20 years. You said a little bit about an option, so throw the option in now, lease option. So.
Oh, well, that's
okay. You go to 20.
So there's some options that are involved with the lease. I mean, it goes into 2 other additional options that are a lease product as well. The option that I chose was prepaid. That is the cheapest way over the course of 20 years to get into solar, because you prepay your power for 20 years. So I said earlier, my system's about 4.9 kilowatts system, and I paid $9,700. That's not employee pricing, that's consumer pricing, and now I don't have an electric bill for the next 20 years. $9,700 wiped it all out. So that saves me. It saved me
Can
about
you do that
$70
any time during the 20 years, or you got to do it up front?
Yeah, that's you choose which way you want to go in the initial start of it. So it's a great way to go solar at a really inexpensive price. It gives you the luxury of owning the system by not having a payment, and it gives you the satisfaction and the peace of mind knowing that equipment is protected and warranted by Sunrun for 20 years. They'll stand by it.
Okay, so purchasing. What do we do with purchasing?
Yeah, so purchasing, it's a great option as well. A lot of people choose the purchase option because it carries the tax incentive. So there's a federal tax credit of 30% that you get back from purchasing. We've literally had customers purchase solar simply because they needed a tax break, and that's why they went with the purchase. A lot of people go that route because they own the system. It's theirs, and no matter what happens to when they resell their house, it actually can add value to their home resale. So a lot of people choose to purchase because it does add value to the home.
How do you have I know you say that broadly, but how much of an increase have you seen? I mean,
well, it depends.
On appraisal.
Yeah, so there's actually there's a website where you can appraise your system. The website was created by a Sandia National Labs employee, and it's used nationally and recognized by a lot of realtor associations as being accurate value for your system. The website is pvvalue.com, and it is a place where you can actually go and value your system. It's an independently ran website that will appraise any solar system that has been put onto your home.
So Mike, how does yours I hate putting him on the spot, but
seems to be the norm today.
No, I'm being a consumer.
Yeah,
now,
so consumer minded.
So is there like a Cadillac? Is there a Volkswagen? I mean, I'm just saying on the scales of not putting them any.
So exactly. So when I got into when I first started with the company, we were actually in the market for solar. My wife and I. There are a lot of options. There are a bunch of different companies to go with, and there are higher tiered solar companies and lower tiered solar companies, and it's all based on their solar panel, the type of panel they sell, the production type, the material used. I mean, there's so many parameters around it. We've built a system. We've showed proposals for people who've had proposals from other companies that are $9,000 more than what we showed them. And when it comes down to it, you want to choose a company that you know is going to be around for the long haul. We haven't even talked about the tariff. That's a huge thing, right? Everybody wants to know about the tariff. When the tariff
I didn't know about the tariff.
Yeah. So there's a tax tariff that's coming into play. It starts towards the end of February, and that's going to add a 30% tariff on solar panels. So if you're already paying a high dollar for that luxury model solar panel, the tariff will even affect you even more, because that solar panel is now going to increase 30%. What we do as a company, we have the consumer in mind.
So the panels are not produced in the United States?
No.
I guess that's what I'm going with that.
Yeah, so they're produced overseas. Mm-hmm.
And now you said the question is, so what is the best panel, I guess?
Well, I'd love to say ours is, right? But at the end of the day...
So what is your panel, okay?
So,
what's your difference in your panel, okay? There you go.
Well, we just started using a new panel. We brought them on board. It's a great panel. It has an outstanding warranty. They actually guarantee the performance they'll put it in writing for 25 years that your panel will perform at this percentage, and we'll hand that to you at the time of signing. So you know what you're being guaranteed to. So as far as... And it's kind of hard to answer that question, because it's like...
I don't want to get into detail.
I'll ask the waiter every single time. My wife will smack me in the arm. I'll say, hey, is this good to eat? Right. Of course the waiter's going to tell me it's good to eat, right? But we do stand by our product. There's parameters that we need to stand behind because we do sell in Costco. So we have to offer really high...
You have credibility from Costco on
our product. Yeah, our product has to shine. You know, what's interesting is all three buildings here in Albuquerque are solar with Costco, and the same panels that are on top of the Costco buildings are the panels that we use. So I always tell consumers, if it's good enough for Costco, it's good enough for the homes in Albuquerque, right?
So, quick question. It's funny we're running out of time, and let's use your 2,400 square foot home, and what would it cost for a system for your home with using those kilometers?
For the kilowatts?
Yeah, the kilowatts. Yeah.
Well, so like I said, I paid $9,700 because I chose to go the route of prepaying my system.
Right.
But if I wanted to just go outside and purchase it, it's gonna run I think it was right around like $75-80 a month to own the system. And that's just quoting off the top of my head. I believe that's what it came out to. Yeah. So really, what you want to think about in terms of price per watt. So when you price solar, you guys out there price solar, you really want to go off. That's kind of standard. And a lot of people like to talk in that price per watt. So when you go Sunrun, you can see the price per watt be as little as $3.10 here in New Mexico. There's competitors out there that are selling solar right now at $4.50 a watt. So we're really aggressive in our pricing because we know the value that we're putting in a New Mexico home.
Well, Mike, give them your phone number. We're running out of time.
All right.
Give them and you get this great sales pitch.
Great sales pitch. Well, we're a consultative-based solar company, so I don't want anybody to feel like you're being pitched on anything. We're really there to educate you.
Sorry, I didn't use the wrong word.
No, you're fine. We just want to educate you on your solar. Want to make sure you understand what the energy is that you use. what you've been paying for to P&M and the advantage of going solar, whether you choose Sunrun, which we would prefer, or anybody else. That's really, we're there to educate you. But you can actually call me at 505-227-0791. That's my direct line. It's on all the time. You can call, text. I'll answer either. You can also email me. My email address is michael.gutierrez@sunrun.com. I'll answer any kind of questions you have. I get emails all the time, just random, about energy and what this item is on my P&M bill. Sometimes it's not even about purchasing with Sunrun at this time, but I know that if I provide homeowners with the right information, they'll make the right decisions.
Well, Mike, thanks for coming on, and appreciate you being a partner of Proview Networks.
Yeah, appreciate it.